Hi, my name is Ola and I'm disabled.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. If I'm not disabled, then what am I then?
You're a person with a disability.
No, I'm not.
No, she's
Yeah,
not.
exactly. See? I'm not.
She's a differently abled person.
No, I'm not. I'm just disabled.
Yeah, I'm just disabled.
See, being politically correct when you're calling a disabled person, or a person with a disability, or differently abled person is not actually that easy. And here I just wanted to put a little disclaimer. In this video and in all of my previous videos and next videos, everything I talk about are my opinions. This is what I think, this is based on my experiences, so you may have different opinions and I respect them as long as they are respectful to other people. So you can always share your opinions in the comments below, as I would love to hear what you think about things that I talk about and what are your opinions. So I'm sure you've probably heard about differences between person first language and identity first language. As you can see in my videos, I usually use identity first language when I talk about myself. Sometimes I use person first language when it just sounds better in a video, because I can't just sit here and say person with disability, or disabled person all the time, because it just sounds bad. So sometimes I mix them, but generally I identify as a person who uses identity first language, so I identify as a disabled person and not as a person with a disability. And I'm gonna explain to you why and what are the differences if you're new to the subject. So first of all, disability is an identity. If you have a disability, it doesn't mean that you identify or that you have to identify as a disabled person. So you can identify whatever you want. You may want people to call you a disabled person, like I do. You may want people to call you a person with disability. You may want people to call you a differently abled person or person with special needs. It all depends on you, so you just have to let people know what version you prefer. And you can always choose not to identify as a disabled person, even if you have disabilities. I'm saying that again, because there's a lot of people who have some disabilities, but these disabilities don't play big roles in their lives, so they just don't consider themselves disabled people. And if you have other disabilities that actually impact your life a lot, you still don't have to identify as a disabled person. You are a person with a disability, but you don't have to be a disabled person. And of course, you may have different opinions about it, but I just see it that way. I see it the way that when someone calls themselves a disabled person, it means that they kind of belong to the disabled community, that they see a disability being a big part of them. And people who use other versions, who use person first language, I feel like they don't identify that much with the disabled community, and they don't see their disability as a big part of the person they are. So now, why I identify as disabled? I don't think I've always identified as disabled. I'm not sure. I had identity issues with my disability for some time, a few years ago. But if you've seen my video where I talk about things that I like and love about my disability, you can see that I'm kind of on good terms with it, and that I really don't mind that I'm disabled. And disability taught me so many amazing things and let me experience so many things and let me meet so many amazing people, that I see it as a big part of myself. And I want people to acknowledge that this is a part of myself and that they don't have to avoid it when they talk to me. And of course, you may say now, if you've watched my other video where I talk about things that you shouldn't say to a disabled person, where I said that I don't like when people just call me a disabled person, but in a way that they, for example, talking to my friends and they're saying, oh, the disabled one, what's her name? Oh, yeah, Ola, the disabled one. I don't like that, because that shows that they only see a disability about me. And it's not the only thing about me. I'm a lot of things apart from my disability, but disability is one of them. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I can do a lot of things. I am mostly independent right now, so my disability is not impacting my life so much. And you can even see that my channel name is 99% able. It doesn't mean differently abled. So my channel name says 99% able. which literally means that I'm disabled because I'm not 100% able, so I am disabled. I chose this channel name only to show that people who are disabled are able as well, because I am disabled, but I'm able to do so many things, and other disabled people or people with disabilities, however you prefer me to call you, are the same. There's no person in the whole world who can do everything, who is able to do every single thing. So to be honest, each one of us is disabled in some part when we think about it like that, because each one of us can't do something or is not able to do something. And I know that we call disabled people because they are disabled because of their illness or because of their disability, and there's something different about their body, but there are no people who have nothing different about their body, so there's no norm in the world that we should all follow. And we're all gonna be disabled on some point because we're all gonna be old, and old people are usually disabled on some point. So to be honest, all of us could identify as disabled right now because everyone has something different about themselves and no one can do every single thing, so no one is fully able. Of course, people who are actually disabled, let's call it, can't do something because of their physical or mental issues or problems, and that's what's stopping them from doing things. But a lot of people who are considered to not have any disabilities still have some physical issues or mental issues that stop them from doing some things. Like, not everyone is the fastest runner, not everyone is the best swimmer. I hope you understand what I mean. So now, why I don't like people calling me a person with a disability? Mostly because when someone calls me that way, I feel like they're kind of trying to prove me that I'm actually a person, and I know that I'm a person, so they don't have to prove that to me. They don't have to show me that they see me as a person, because I see myself as a person too. I'm a disabled person, but I'm still a person, and my disability is not the biggest part of my life. It's not even one of the biggest parts of my life, but it is a part of my life, and I'm not afraid to put it before the word person. So that's why I'm calling myself a disabled person. But it's probably because I'm recording videos about disability. I'm not going around the world like, introducing myself to people, be like, oh hi, I'm Ola and I'm a disabled person. It just depends on the environment that I am in or people who I'm talking to, and right now I'm talking to the camera, and right now I'm talking about disability. So that's why I say at the beginning of every of my videos, so that people actually know who I am and why I'm talking about disabilities. Because when you look at me right now, I don't think I look disabled. So that's why I always say at the beginning of each of my video. But if someone talks about me and they have to say something about disability because it's actually important in the conversation, then I would prefer them to say a disabled person rather than a person with disability. And now why I don't like the typical politically correct version, so differently abled or a special person, because every one of us is special. I'm kidding, I mean, of course all of us are special, but that's why I don't like someone saying special needs person or special person about people with disabilities or about disabled people, because how are we actually special? Like, there's nothing more special about us because we have a disability. We are as special as every other person in the world, because every single person is special in their own way. And I know you may say that, yeah, but disabled people need like a special accessibility or special help or anything like that, and no, we don't. We don't need special help or special accessibility. Every single person needs some accessibility. Like, okay, a wheelchair user will need a ramp or lift to get to a higher level, but I need stairs. I can't just jump to the higher level, I need stairs. So society sees some things that they have to make for disabled people to be able to get somewhere or to do something as special needs or special accessibility, but it's actually not special. It just shows that this is the society who makes disabled people disabled. I'm not sure if you understand what I mean, but if the world was as accessible for people without disabilities and for people with disabilities, then people with disabilities wouldn't be special or need special things because they would already have that. So it's a society that is blocking people with disabilities from doing things, from getting to places, and from all different things. And that's why they or we are called disabled, because society makes us more disabled than people without disabilities are. Because like I said before, no one is able to do everything, and we are not able to do everything either, but we are not able to do a bit more things just because society doesn't let us do these things. And it shouldn't be like that. Imagine a mother with a child in a trolley, and would you call them special needs family or something like that just because they can't get up this, just because they can't walk up the stairs because the mother has a trolley and the baby is in the trolley? You wouldn't say that they're a special needs family. They just need a ramp or need a lift. And that's the same thing with wheelchair users or other disabled people who can't walk up the stairs. I'm just giving an example. There are a lot of different examples, but that's the easiest one probably. So there's so many people who need special assistance or special accessibility, and they are not disabled. But still, it is considered that disabled people are the special ones and they have special needs or need special accessibility. And I just don't like that. It doesn't seem right for me. Okay, so now you know why I don't like people saying special needs or special person or something like that, but why I don't like saying differently abled. If no one is able to do everything and we are all differently abled in some way, then why I don't like the saying differently abled. It just doesn't sound good for me. I just feel bad when someone calls me like that, because I'm not differently abled, I'm actually disabled. I am able to do some things, I am not able to do some other things. And yes, I do things in a different way, but it doesn't mean that I'm differently able. I feel like saying differently able kind of shows that there is a gap between people who are disabled and people who are not disabled or considered not disabled, and show that they are correctly able and the other ones are differently abled. And like I said before, there is no norm in the world. There is no one person showing that, oh, I'm the normal one and you all have to try to be as normal as I am. There's no one normal, we're all weird. So there's also no one different. We are all different from one another. So that's why I don't like being called differently abled, or that's why I don't like calling people differently abled. And of course, if you ask me to call you differently abled, then I would. But I don't think you're differently abled or that you're special. I mean, yes, I think you are special, but not because of your disability. For me, you're not differently abled. For me, you're as able as everyone else and as disabled as you wish to be and as you wish to identify yourself as. I know it's complicated and I know you probably have a lot of different opinions about that and you may be not agreeing with what I'm saying, but that's just my opinion and that's what I think. Because still, disabled people are considered the different ones, and the ones who are considered able-bodied are considered normal, and disabled people are compared to those who are normal. And for me, that's just wrong. I do realize that people with disabilities or disabled people have something different about them, about their physical abilities and about their physical appearance or mental abilities, but people without serious medical disabilities who are considered able-bodied still have physical differences and have different physical abilities and mental abilities. I'm not sure if anything that I say actually makes sense. I've written a whole essay for it for my sociology at university, so I hope it makes at least a little bit of sense because I actually researched that a year ago. But if you have any questions or if you need me to explain something deeper or in a different way, then please let me know in the comments or on my social media account. You can always message me there on Twitter or Instagram. Even when I'm not active there, I am always there. I always check my DMs and I always try to reply as quickly as possible. I hope none of you feels disrespected. I didn't mean to be disrespectful to anyone. These are just my opinions and this is something that I believe in and I wanted to share that because maybe you've never thought about it or maybe you have similar opinions and you thought that you're the only one, but you now know that you're not the only one. So I really hope you liked this video. If you did, then please leave a like button and comment below. If you didn't like this video, then please comment below and tell me why you didn't like it, because that's important. I like constructive criticism. And even if you didn't like this video because you didn't agree to what I was saying, then please still subscribe to my channel because it's actually really important to follow people who you don't agree with on social media so that you see both sides of all of the opinions and of the whole world basically. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time, which is on Sunday, and the Sunday video is gonna be a bit more chill and not as complicated as this one. And I will not use the word able or disabled or differently abled as many times as I did in this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!